We are here at Sebring Expo, and we've got an airplane we've not seen here before. Somebody came up to me and said, "This looks like a yak," and gave me a number and said, "But I don't think it is." And I said, "No, I don't think it is either." I'm Dan Johnson. I'm speaking today with Thierry Zeby, but we'll just call him Terry because that's easier on American. So Terry of Sam Aircraft, and we'll give his web address and all that stuff later. But what have you got here, Terry?
Well, we have our latest aircraft, the Sam LS, and we began the project 5 years ago, and now we are beginning the test flight, and it's a light sport aircraft here in Canada, in the US, and the ultralight aircraft in Canada. We are based in Canada, and that's our all aluminum tandem low wing aircraft.
Now you came here, I saw probably 2 or 3 years ago, Terry, and you had some drawings and some ideas, and you were asking for feedback. You said,
exactly.
"Tell me how you want this airplane to be. Here's the basics. Tell me how you want it." What did that do for you, asking people for their input?
Well, it did a lot of good things because I asked questions to almost everybody I knew, and all of people giving me a good feedback, and then we designed an aircraft for pilots, and I'm a pilot myself, so everything has been done to make it safe, pleasant to fly, and have fun.
Now, it's a tandem seater, therefore one in back of the other. I didn't sit in the back seat, but I sat in the front, and there is a lot of room in there. And one thing I really like, there's a lot of leg room in there.
Exactly.
But the airplane has some for me, they were great, and it fit fine, some armrests. You said that can be accommodating for people of larger sizes than perhaps myself or yourself.
Yes, the pilot sit in front, and we have a leather seat and leather armrest, and very comfortable for people like us, but for people bigger, we can take out the armrest, so there is even more room. But there is 26-inch wide in this aircraft.
Yeah, now we always hear about inch wide in conventional side-by-side seating, and a big number there is 45 to 50 inches or something. But that number for a tandem is actually quite wide, and I can attest to that. So right now, to make that kind of a change, it would be something you'd do as a kit, and I heard you told another gentleman about the kit price in the 30s. We don't need to have a price now because this video will be around for a while. But it's in the 30s, before engine and before instruments and finish work, I suppose. But are you also going to make it as a ready to fly?
Yes, it's going to be ready to fly and in kit, and it's going to be advanced ultralight aircraft in Canada.
Okay.
And it's almost the same regulation for the LSA.
Yeah, it's very similar. So.
And we designed it the same aircraft for both regulation. So we are doing the certification in Canada right now, and we will do it in the US soon.
Okay, so let's put some times on this. You've been working on this for 5 years. You've now got a very handsome looking airplane that's strikingly different than everything else we've seen in this market. You'll be one of the new entrants when you're all done with your LSA certification, or approval I should say. But what's some timelines? When will you fly? Have you flown yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so when will you fly, and then based if that all goes well, when might you be in manufacturing?
Well, we began the flight tests. We did the taxi, the high-speed taxi, and after that we had to stop that and polish the aluminium and make it nice for Sebring.
You got to do a lot of polishing here, so.
And it takes a lot of time. And so after Sebring, we come back to Montreal and we flight test the aircraft. And in a couple of months, it will have. We'll discover the flight envelopes and doing the certification in Canada, and I will say we will launch the production afterward in kit and ready to fly. So we did everything with SolidWorks, and all the calculations are on the computer, so all the data are here, and we began the certification in Canada, and this is our prototype, and he wants so well to build it. All the holes have been pre-drilled, and very few surprise.
So let's talk about a couple of points specific to the airplane. First of all, what I see on the exterior is all aluminum riveted together and so forth. Is there an interior structure as well?
There is a structure in 4130 steel, welded steel, from the firewall.
So you got
up.
welded steel with aluminum skin over that.
Exactly, yes.
And what is powering the airplane?
It's a Rotax 100 horsepower.
Okay.
We designed the aircraft from an engine 80 horsepower up to 130.
You can operate with the 80, you believe?
It's going to be minimal.
It's a pretty big aircraft
Yeah,
to be powered by 80 horsepower, it looks like.
That's why we put the 100.
Sure, sure. 100 I would think would be more than enough for you, but
Yeah.
and that's the most popular engine that Rotax sells. This inside, it's a stick controlled, front and rear.
Yes.
Okay, so joystick, rudder pedals,
Yep.
and some adjustability that a kit builder will just build in, but to accommodate different sizes in the manufactured version,
Yes.
how do you adjust the seats and pedals or
The
whatever?
seats are adjustable, so you
Okay.
can move back and forth the seats, front seat and rear seat. The pedals are fixed.
And right now you've got the Dynon Skyview 10-inch right in the center
Yep.
with some analog dials on each side, and looks like a nice, tidy, clean installation.
Thank you.
Well, we've given a little bit of information here, but and we can see it right on your shirt here, but we may not be able to read that on screen, although we'll add that when the production is done. But tell us what the website is.
It's www.sam/aircraft.com.
Okay, so sam-aircraft.com. I don't currently have anything on my website about it, but I will, and that'll be available on buydanjohnson.com or bydanjohnson.com. Thanks a lot for joining us here today at Sebring.
Thank you.